What's going on, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson and Dr. D and Hassani Ali back with another installment of the Hall of Game podcast live stream. And we do this show, it's a nightly show. I've been committed to it, and the other brothers have definitely been committed with creating content for the professional black man or the black man looking to move up in his life, personal development, brothers who are looking to switch careers. We talk about that. But as of late, we've been reaching topics that hit more into the general public, regardless of what your career is, right? Things that one might experience on his daily life that everybody has been through. So we try to reach everybody where they're at, right? And this podcast and live stream is meant to bring black men together so that we could talk about the issues that a lot of people won't talk about for us, because we are in the underserved market. So that's what we aim to do. We aim to serve the underserved, right? So, and today we want to talk about this. My wife or girlfriend left me. How do I get back being productive? So this is my topic, right? Dr. D, he been killing them too many. I had to come back with some of my own, you know what I mean? Because he been knocking them out the park. But I want to go ahead and let Dr. D introduce himself, and brother Hassani Ali, and then the hall. We will try to solve the world's problems once more time in the night. Go ahead, Doc.
Hey, everybody. This is Dr. D, straight from South Carolina again, here on the Hall of Game with O'Shea and Coach Ali. Here to give you brothers some more advice and help you get through the obstacles that you're going to encounter on your climb to being successful.
All right. And brother Hassani, go ahead, let him know, brother.
Hassani Ali from the D, your men's motivational coach, speaker, blogger, and advocate. Catch me on Coach Ali's Corner for all your latest content. And for any of you brothers who try African beans, make sure you drink a lot of water. Just make sure you drink a lot of water.
You know what? I'm gonna do an episode on that, man. African beans, a skit. All right.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, they were good.
They were good, right?
They were.
So let me you know what, this I wanted to do this show, right? Because we talk about so many different things. We talk about I think time management has been a topic, or if it hasn't been, we've just elements of it. We've talked about cutting your friends and family off. We've talked about the tech career. We talked about business networks. We talked about a lot of different things, different industries, the healthcare industries, the trucking industries, the selling industries, merchandise like Brother Beatology, trucking with HT Logistics. We've talked about so many different things, but and we've also talked about being depressed, right? But we never talk about it from the point of view that you're with a woman, you love this woman, and this woman leaves you, or your wife leaves you, and in some instances, your wife and your kids are taken from you. And you have an investment in the woman, obviously, and now you're looking to get back on track. I'm pretty sure all of us have been through that at some point. Doc, I'll start with you. What's your take on situations like this?
Well, I actually went through this 5 years ago. This is the time that I had got fired from my first job in 2011, and it took me almost another year to get another job. And lo and behold, January 2015, this is the week right before the Super Bowl. The girl I had proposed to in June 2014 come up to the house and said, "Hey, I don't want to get married. Gives me the ring back and everything." And
damn.
Yes, handed me the ring back. I went and pawned it and got as much as I could for it. I wasn't gonna sit there and let the bitch sit in the closet, try to get some money off of it. So she left me, and it was a day I was sitting there, I was thinking about everything. And after that day or so, the weight lifted off my shoulders. I said, man, I feel better than ever. And in those 5 years since that girl left me, my life has been better than ever. Usually when a woman leaves a man, O'Shea, you did a video, don't try to get back at your ex. Usually when women leave you, they go down. Lo and behold, she is not doing much as I am. And the thing is, people will always say, if a woman leaves a man, if women keep leaving a man, then the man must be the problem. I say, well, how can that be true if all the women that left the man, they went down further. And this guy continued to accelerate to the top because somebody in her corner will say, you left that guy and he is now a millionaire. So you kick this guy to the curb and he is a millionaire now. And people will say, you the dumbass for leaving the guy. You know, there are movies on this. There have been books written on men that have been left while they were out and down and out. And these women try to crawl back to them. So guys, you just have to remember it can happen. It happened to me, might happen to me again. This time, if it ever happens to me again, I am prepared. I would tell a woman, you could leave. This is my process, what I'm doing. If you don't like it, get the hell off the train. We're moving forward. So back then I wasn't as established as I am now, but being more established and a little older, if it happens, it happens. I'm going to continue to move forward and I'm not going to beat myself down.
Right. No. Good points, Brother Ali. What do you have to say about that, Brother Ali?
Can you brothers hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so really quickly, and this is something that we really have to talk about as men is when a woman leaves you, you have to assess, you know, where you are as an individual. And what I mean by that is when that woman leaves you, first you definitely want to acknowledge that she left. Obviously, it's gonna hurt. No matter how much try to put on Front Street, like obviously if you invested in this woman and you spend a lot of time with her, you know, it is what it is. You gotta hold that L, number one, and take some time to reflect on what went wrong and how you can, you know, do better next time. The second thing and the most important thing is you want to take a look at yourself and say, you know, where am I in the green zone and where am I in the red zone? And what I mean by that is, you know, am I making the amount of money I'm supposed to be making, you know, with her in my life? And if the answer is less, then you're in the red zone. You know, you look at your weight. You know, have you kept your frame? Have you gotten stronger? You know, have you beaten your personal best on the track? You know, and if you say no, you're in the red zone. And a lot of times we don't think about, you know, the type of energy that you invest in a woman, and you take that time away from yourself. And so it's a golden opportunity to say, hey, I can get back in the gym. I can make some more money. I can, embark on some new business ventures. I can hang out with my friends more. You know, we have to think about all the things that are opening up now that this woman is no longer in your life. And a lot of times when we get into these situations, we want to sit and mope and cry and, say, I can't believe she left. And, what am I going to do? Guess what? Life goes on. No matter what happens to you, I've been left before. And no matter what happens to you, life is forever going to continue. Those bills still got to be paid. That business that you have still has to run. Those weights are waiting for you in the morning at the gym. You're still going to have to continue what you're doing. And if you notice, O'Shea, a lot of times when a brother gets left, they elevate to the highest degree. They drop all that weight. They start making that money because, yes, it's a motivational factor. Like, okay, she left it. I'm gonna show you what you missed out on. But at the same time, you spend all that time, working on yourself, what you have supposed to been doing in the first place. And if a woman leaves you, it's simply she wasn't meant to be in your life. She wasn't a good fit for your purpose, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. You go through these things and you learn these lessons, because if you didn't go through them, you wouldn't have a story of adversity to tell of how you overcame something. We always have, life is about lessons. The more lessons you learn, the more you're able to teach folks, and the more you'll be able to avoid these pitfalls going forward.
Now, you know what? Let me weigh in on this, because Brother K Zagan, and we still need, I'm behind on my shows, right? Brother K Zagan says this, and I want to highlight his comment here. She's just a woman, not that serious. Life goes on without a hiccup. Okay, let me say this, okay? I want to say this. In reality, that is true. Shout out to Brother Nick Penn, right? In reality, for guys, that is true. And I think what happens in the dating coach community, in the red pill community, is online. This is something that people say. But man, if it was as easy as it looks. All right. And I think what happens in these sort of communities in the manosphere and red pill, some of the most ultra toughest guys with no feelings you meet in these communities, right? It's either they're really this tough, or they're lying, right? It's either one or the other. Some guys, it's not that serious. A lot of guys, it is that serious, right? And what is not serious for one guy is very serious to another. Like I always say this, like to one, I made the video. You love her, but to somebody else, she's just a bitch, right? And we gotta look at this for what it is. Any guy that cares about a woman, no matter how much you know about the red pill, no matter how much you know about female nature, if that woman decides to leave you, it hurts. It might not hurt as much as it did when you was like 20 or 19 or 25, but it does hurt. That's just what it is. Like, even if you lose I'm not proud of this, but even when you have a side chick and you have somebody already, and one of your side chicks, you can have 3 or 4 chicks. Let one of your favorite side bitches leave you. It hurt. Even though you got other chicks already, it ain't gonna be like, well, I ain't tripping off you anyway, bitch. I mean, you might say that, but you do miss her. Like, I've had chicks, I've been clearly cheating on her with somebody else, and the one chick that I like the most, or like a little bit, and I have other options. She don't want to deal with me no more. I'm pissed. Even though I've been cheating on her the whole time. We don't want to talk about that, right? But here's the situation. If this is your main woman, you love her, you care about her for whatever reason, and she decides she wants to leave you, a lot go through your mind. We got to act like, for the average guy is not equipped to take this, especially a lot of black men. All right. That cuts you off from, and usually there's signs to come with this before it happens. A lot of brothers, typically there's arguments that are happening. There's disputes that are happening. Y'all not sleeping in the same bed, but you're trying to make the shit work, right? We've all been there. Okay. And then the day comes where she don't want to deal with you no more. And I'm talking about a situation where she don't want to deal with you no more and you still want to deal with her. Here's the problem. A lot of guys have this problem, Doc and Ali, is that now this was your number one sex. Typically when you have a main chick, that's in-house. It's in-house pussy, right? We all know how that works. Now your in-house pussy is gone. Okay. Now, what happens with side chicks is side chicks are not as dedicated, okay? Side chicks are what they are. They on the side. So typically what happens at the same time when your main chick leaves, the other hoes you had on the side start falling off. A lot of times this shit happens at the same goddamn time. Anybody who's dealt with women know what I'm talking about. It's like when it rains, it pours. All right. So the system that you developed, you had something going on with her. She's there. You can depend on her. Now she's not there. And then now there's a point where like, damn, I really miss this girl, right? But then what ends up happening is it takes a toll on you. This is a person you told personal shit to. It's a person you told things about. She knows you, the family, all that's gone. That's hard to process for a lot of guys. The average guy that go through this, that's hard. And then if it's kids involved, I can't even speak on that. Brother Ali, I know you married with kids. I don't even know how that even feels. So I can't talk about that. But what I will say is this. A lot of guys lose, even in breakups. You lose money. You lose, if in a divorce, time, years. And then sometimes, depends on who she leave you for. I've heard some extreme cases. She leave you for another woman. Okay, I've heard those things. Sometimes she leave you for your friend. All right? It's a nigga that you know. Okay. And then you got to go through the embarrassment of those situations, right? Everybody know you broke up. Everybody know who she with now. Then it's the whole situation that she on the Facebook with the guy. She promoting it on the Facebook, Instagram, all this stuff. I will say this. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be to be hurt. We gotta understand that guys are not robots. Guys have feelings too. And that's the thing about black men. We have feelings. It's okay that we as men come out and support each other and talk about, because women talk about this shit all the time. And here's the situation. Women get over breakups easily than men because, number one, They always got more people waiting to holler at them. And number two, they get more support. Black men don't get that much support. When we talk about this, it's always like, oh man, she's just a hoe, ain't that serious. Well, she just a hoe to you because you don't know the bitch that he's talking about. But for a lot of us, it does hurt. This is what I will say. Number one step, realize the shit is over. All right. And as much as you want her back, as much as you like spending time with her, try to make it like she's not coming back. Right. The next thing you do is like Hassani said, what are some of the things that you like to do? Do you like working out? Do you like hanging out with your friends? And a lot of times that's why having good friends is important, because you do need friends and brothers you can talk to, right? And this is another thing too. A lot of black men need to start supporting the idea that, you know what, my brother, he broke up with his wife left him. I'm letting him stay over here with me for a few days. We're going to go out, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go take a trip to LA or something like that. And we're going to get him back on track. Instead of just being like, oh man, it's just a bitch, man, fuck her. No. Even when pimps lose their hoes, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? It hurts for any guy, no matter how successful you are. Most guys are hurt. Understand that you have feelings though, right? And then slowly but surely start to pick it up. And one of the best things you can do when a motherfucker leave you, y'all might disagree. I'm gonna turn it back over to Doc. Don't ask for your shit back. That's number one. A lot of niggas want to ask for shit back. Let her keep it. Whatever you give a motherfucker, let her have it. You bought it for the bitch, let her keep it. Do not go and ask for the shit back. It make you look weak as fuck. It make you like you hella bitter and all of that shit. Don't ask her to come back. If she want to keep it, you bought her a phone, you bought her whatever, let her keep the shit. Because she ain't gonna never get a motherfucking thing from your ass again. Let her keep it. All the stuff. You bought her a car, you do whatever, it's hers. Give it to her. Because if you keep trying to go and I want my stuff back, number one, you ain't gonna get it back. And if you get it back, it's gonna be fucked up. Because you still want her. The only reason why you asking her for it back, because you still want her. Let her keep it. Let her have it. Don't even ask for it back. And then once you're able to do that, you're able to move forward. She got me. It hurts. But now I can move forward. And it's going to take some time. For some guys, it takes time. Some guys are stronger than others, all right? Some guys are stronger than others mentally. And we got to talk about that. There are mental differences. Not all guys are created equally mentally. Some guys take it hard, right? But realize that other people have been through it. You can go through it. And we need to get what? Communities that support brothers that talk about these things so that we can continue. Go ahead, Brother K-Zaggin. Not K-Zaggin, but Doc.
Yeah, that's true. But after that happened, I didn't get a girlfriend again until about 2 years. And I made a promise to myself. I said, I am not getting in another serious relationship till I have a career. And it's a difference in having a job and having a career. And I said, I got to be more financially stable myself because, I was starting a new job, which I didn't stay at long. I actually resigned from it and said, I got to get a career. And I said, before I approach another woman for a serious relationship, I got to have myself in order. And that's one of the things when my ex-fiance left me. Because like you were saying, it was arguments, ain't nobody, people trying to pay $8,500 for food for niggas I don't like. It was arguments about all kinds of crazy stuff like that. I said, man, I'm not about to pay all that kind of money for no wedding. I said, we got student loans, we got to buy a house and all that. So that's what really happened to my situation. And I thought about it and I said, wow, that day or two afterwards, it was over with. And I said, man, as a man, you like, hold up. I was questioning myself. I said, am I supposed to feel like this? The weight is gone after she left. I said, that's a sign that, her and I weren't supposed to be together. So her cousin and I still talk. And he checked on me when the tornado came through. He told me the other cousin left him a couple of years ago with the kids. I said, damn. I said, man, it must be a damn. I said, wow. I said, damn. But, like O'Shea was saying, I spent time. I got myself together. One of the worst, I think what men will do, you can go hit the first couple of women you get. That's not going to help you get over the situation. I can tell you that already. You gonna say, I'm gonna call me a Becky. Smashing women ain't gonna help do nothing. You got to take time, as Coach Ali and O'Shea was saying, think about things. Think about yourself. Think about your goals and your dreams, what you want to do. But also think about, what can I do to not get in a situation like that before? What can I do to have more leverage in my relationship to say, I'm established now? Because one of the worst things you could do as a man is to date while your ass is broke. That's the worst thing. If you don't have much money, you don't need to be trying to date anybody. You need to be dating jobs and trying to date success to get your ass about the situation. So
I know that's right.
Yeah, Negroes will go date, man. I'm like, dude, cuz I'm out here stunting. Dude, you don't have money for stuff like that right now. You need to be focusing on moving up and getting your situation better. So the thing is, after all of that happens, gauge and find out what you want to do. Like Coach Ali was saying, do you like working out? Is there some things you overlook? 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find some chicks that you had wanted, that you saw months ago, and you might reconnect with some of those, or you find new chicks. But have a female friend, and have, like O'Shea said, have some friends you could talk to go out with. Don't go get on drugs or get drunk. Do not get depressed, because a lot of men, like you were saying, O'Shea, can't handle it. They end up becoming junkies, and they end up drinking every night. I said, dude, that's the worst thing to do. When you're going through a bad situation, you don't need anybody that has those kind of behaviors. You need to go talk, take your mind off it. Because before you know it, you're drinking once a week. Now you're drinking 4 days a week. Now you're getting drunk every day, and you lose your damn job. You need to find a better way to channel your negativity from the situation and say, how can I turn this into a positive? And how can I move forward to where, how can things get better? And from each relationship, you're going to learn something. There are signs things are headed down a downward path. Maybe sometimes you could recognize them faster and avoid a situation and say, hey, this ain't going out. This ain't going right. Maybe we should split up, because the worst thing to do, like you were saying, all the arguments, not sleeping in the bed together, numbers in the phone. Once you find out of that, you don't want to be hysterical and end up hitting the woman, because now you got serious more problems happening. Never, I know women can say things to make you mad, but don't ever try to get in a domestic dispute, because as we all know, as a man, you are not going to win.
Those are all facts. Shout out to D. Anderson, brethren. D Motto got my Usain Bolt the hell on. Best move of my life. Shout out to brother D. Anderson. Shout out to brother Julian Brown. Real talk here, fellas. And guys, thank you for support. There's another brother, Azriel. I broke up with my ex 6 months ago. She said she didn't want to wait for me to finish my bachelor's. Now I'm about to pursue my CPA, and I started an online business. If anything, I feel pity for her. Doc Yasani, anything you want to say there, brother?
Actually, you know what, O'Shea? I'm so glad you said what you said, because Obsidian hit this earlier on brother Bernard Riley's show, and shout out to those two brothers doing some awesome job in the morning content. Is that a lot of brothers in the red pill community, the alpha male, type manosphere sector, is that a lot of these brothers don't want to admit that they've been hurt. A lot of brothers don't want to come off as vulnerable, because vulnerability is an open invitation to be attacked. If you've noticed in the manosphere, a lot of us have used the word simp. It's been overused so much that anytime you feel any type of way that, you show any type of humanity towards a woman, you get called a simp. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of people who would answer this question would just say, that's just a bitch. You can get, if you're a real man, if you're an alpha man, you can get more bitches. That shouldn't mean nothing to you if you're an alpha male. And it's like, yo, you have to, like you said, we're humans. We have feelings just like the ladies do. And so a lot of times we try to mask that hurt as, just to say, fuck women. They always going to do you dirty. They're always going to, turn on you. They're always going to do X, Y, and Z, and for a lot of those people who spit that rhetoric, it comes from a place of bitterness. Now, for most men, you've been through this before. And so a lot of times we don't get that support and help from brothers because we can't go to another brother and say, man, my chick left me. Man, my chick cheated on me. Man, this chick has been playing me left and right. I don't know what to do because you become an open door for someone to attack you. Man, you a simp. What are you, a beta male? What are you sipping, eating on that blue pill? You know what I'm saying? Like we're so quick to attack one another instead of saying, let me put you to the side. Like, are you good? Are you okay? Is there anything I can, help you with? Any way to get your mind together? And sometimes we forget about the support part rather than, trying to pull off this lone wolf shit because a lot of men aren't built for the lone wolf life. As much as people don't want, as much as people want to portray that they are, again, internet and reality are totally two different spheres. And for a lot of men, they don't want to openly say, this chick I've been dealing with for 10 years, she turned on me, or, I got played when I took this chick out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? When I've had clients, and my wife and I were doing the marriage, thing, I will, always put the husband to the side and be like, what's going on? And I let the brother talk. I let him talk and I let him know I'm listening. I'm not judging you. I hear exactly what you're saying. You kind of have to be, brothers have to be more of a listening ear. So, on one side, brothers know that they can be vulnerable with other brothers. And number two, brothers would be able to accept, being coached up by somebody. A lot of this stuff on YouTube is the rah shit. Instead of actually, if you talk to like Counselor Murray and all your other, professionals, is it D Darrell who's out of Texas?
Yeah. D Darrell's in Texas.
All these brothers who are out here professionally that could help you get your mind right. And so I just say all that to say this is that vulnerability, as men, we are vulnerable. We may not be as emotional. Well, I can't say we're all not as emotional as women because some of us are, but at the same time, it's okay to show a little bit of vulnerability because if you show that you hard all the time and you always feel like you have your shit together and you honestly need help, who gonna want to help you? Because they'll tell you the big dog, you got it. You don't need my help. You the lone wolf, remember? And so I'm saying all that to say this, because I know I'm getting long-winded. At the end of the day, fellas, if a woman hurts you, if a woman burns you, it's okay to to find some way to express that emotion. I'm not saying you have to go lay on the couch and cry and eat bonbons, but at the same time, if you have a best friend that you can. You know what I'm saying? If you have a best friend that you could just go to, like, yo, I just gotta get this off my chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll tell you real quick. I lied. I'm sorry. I got a 20-second story, and then I'm done. I had a boy that I played college football with at Central, and he came over. We're hanging out. I could tell something's bothering him, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, I know something's up, and he wouldn't tell me. And by the end of the day, he told me, he was like, man, my wife wanna mess around on, how we can sleep around with other people or whatever. And I'm like, well, how do you feel about it? He's like, hell no, I'm not doing that. I was like, did you discuss that with her? And he's like, yeah, but she's adamant about it. And I told him, I was like, look, bro, if you honestly, if you don't agree with it, then tell her, if you go forward with it, just know you ain't coming back. And I spent the whole time just listening to him. And after him 45 minutes of ranting, he was like, wow, I never thought I would tell you that. And I was like, why not? You married, I'm married. Why wouldn't you tell me? And so now I'm gonna wrap it up just saying, having those people to be vulnerable to can help you out because you don't want to hold those emotions because they can turn into something else. Now I'm done.
No. Absolutely great information. Doc, you want to weigh in on that, brother? Or
no, Coach Ali pretty much summed that up. I'll pass it back to you, then you can pass it back to us.
Let me just shout out to brother Tony Davis in the building for the take Josh quick. Don't let the women interrupt your energy like Deion Sanders. Be productive, brothers. Things will come. Thank you, Tony, for the super chat. Let me just say this, right? A lot of times, as Black men, a lot of our masculinity is attached, to a certain woman. And I think one situations that can happen is like, man, we start blaming, ourselves. Like a lot of times if something doesn't go wrong or goes wrong, we blame ourselves for the mistake of the relationship. And the biggest critics of black men are black men themselves, right? We want, because that's why a lot of black fathers are so active in their children's lives, and one of the reasons because their dad wasn't there, so they want to make sure that they were what other people were not. They want to improve on the previous generation. And a lot of times when we go, through with a woman, and we feel that woman was maybe the best woman that we had, she was, the best we've been dealing with, especially, I hate to say this, but you brothers know, y'all have trained some of these women to do certain things in bed, right? You've been dealing with her for a long time, and she know how you like certain things done. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Then that access is gone. One of the worst things I've noticed you can do is when a woman says she don't want to deal with you, don't go back and have sex with her. I know that's a hard thing, right? And a lot of part of the manosphere in red pill communities, oh well, man, you broke up, so you should just be fucking her. Don't do that, because really, what's going to end up happening is, and I've tried that before. You broke up, but you're still sleeping with each other, and what's going to end up happening is she going to end up throwing the current guy she's dating back in your face. That turns into something a little bit different. A lot of brothers just got to understand that, if it's over, then it's over. Let the new guy feel all your responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Going back and you sleeping with her and messing with her, you still got feelings for her. The only thing that can happen with that is a baby, or you're going to get back with her. And if she don't want to be with you for whatever reason that it is, it's her decision, right? And then don't allow yourself for her to be your friend, because that's one thing they like to do. They like to break up with you, and then they want to put you on, basically put you the backup quarterback, and say, well, you know what? I still want this to be amicable. I still want to be friends. I still want to be, cool with you. We can still do things and hang out. And all that's about is just keeping you on a string. You've just been demoted. If a motherfucker gonna fire you, let her fire you, right? It's just it. The last thing you want to do is give a person access to you who already said they don't want you for whatever reason that it is. It could be an age difference. It could be you're growing apart. She's not feeling it no more. Motherfucker says she don't want you. Take it like that. You never ask her if you can stay. We're not sleeping together no more. Let her go, right? Because that's and the thing about it is that it shows maturity. You don't have to call her any names or nothing like that. Let her go. Let her go do her. You don't have to, deal with her. Look at her WhatsApp statuses or Facebook statuses. I found out, right? One of my I had got dumped before, right? And I was using WhatsApp, and I didn't block her, but I noticed that if somebody told me if you just delete her number out your phone, you won't ever see her WhatsApp statuses anymore, right? I was like, oh shit, that she can't see your statuses. It don't allow you to be used, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, whoever got her heart now and that she's dealing with now, number one, thanks to him, because I'm gonna just be honest, a lot of these chicks are not worth the hassle. Okay, somebody is doing you a favor. That's the truth. Let the next nigga deal with all of the shit that you were dealing with, because if he don't know it right now, he will soon find out. Right? He might think he took somebody from you or whatever like this. No. He'll find out. Let her have all of her. All right? Let her stick with her decision. And then slowly and surely, you can move on. Move on. I can tell you one thing, when you don't have women around you, for me, it's a more productive thing. I don't know about other guys, but I see my productivity levels go way up. I'm able to earn more. I'm able to do more in the classroom. I'm able to do a whole lot more things because women take up a lot of time. So I just wanted to throw that nugget in there. Fellas, don't go back sleeping with these women. All right. If it's over, it's over. You don't have to cuss her out, call her names, call her a whole bunch of bitches. If you want to talk one last time or whatever, get some emotions out to her, that's fine. I get it. Then let it be that. And then and then move on. Silence is always the best answer. Women don't understand a lot of things, but not talking to them, they understand it the most. If you really want to get your point across to a woman, don't say nothing to her. That's the best. That's the one thing women understand silence. Don't tell them shit. And it's going to make her think like, damn, this nigga don't even fuck with me no more. All right, go ahead. Y'all want to?
And one of the things, brothers, you got to do when you're dating, I don't care how long you've been dating somebody, you don't move in with her and she doesn't move in with you. I think in a relationship, keep your own place, because if she leaves you, you still have your own apartment, your own house, wherever you live at. The worst thing you could do is say, we've been kicking it for 3 months and we living together to save. No, keep your own stuff. I always recommend that to men, because things can go left at any day. You could walk in a hard day's work. She say, I don't want to be with you no more. You need to get your shit and get out my house. And you like, hold up, I was unprepared for this. I'm not even prepared to move out. Let me get all my stuff and leave. And now you look like I'm gonna just be honest, you look like an ass because you're grabbing all your stuff up instead of saying, well, if you don't want me, I'll go back to my apartment, go back to my crib and live life, and see what's going on. But a lot of y'all live with women. They kick you out. You go sleeping on your homeboy couch or your family couch. Now you in a predicament. You don't have nowhere else to live. So if you begging her, baby, please take me back, just to have some place to live. Y'all gotta have your own stuff. It is very important. Your own car, your own apartment. Like O'Shea has always said, men have your own shit. You don't need to use none of their stuff, because the minute something goes bad, all you got to do is say, oh, well, I can just go on about my life, go on over here. I've noticed too, women treat men differently that have their own shit. Women that know men have their shit together treat men differently, because the first thing they're going to know, the first thing they're going to think, this nigga got his shit together. There ain't many men out there that got their shit together. This dude can get anybody. They're going to treat and respect you differently than a dude that don't have his shit together. So y'all Madden Kings out there, y'all guys that sit around, as Kevin Samuel will say, ejaculating on yourself all damn day. Life is going to be different from you than a man that has his shit together. Women respect that differently. They're going to talk to you differently. Notice how women, for instance, talk to men that don't have anything to offer them, and notice how they talk and respect men that have stuff. It's a completely different conversation.
Yes.
It is big. That's why I preach to men, have your own stuff. It gives you confidence. It gives you respect. And no matter at the end of the day, you have your own. Like the old saying is, God bless the child that has his own. You don't never want to be sitting there depending on a woman living at her house, being at her realm, because things can go bad at any moment.
Hello. Go ahead, Dr. Ali.
You know what, O'Shea? I'm gonna segue into the opposite side of the conversation. We talk about what to do, once she leaves, but we should also talk about how to prevent, a situation like that happening, and to know if, whether you can. We need to know if you can predict whether your woman would leave you. A lot of times we don't vet ladies properly. We get so infatuated. The booty's nice. She give you that the heavy they give you that heavy cycle. In the bedroom. And a lot of times we don't think about looking at their dating record. Do her mother is in a stable relationship, or is her mother married? That's one indication whether she will be quick to up and leave you. How does she advertise herself on her social media? Are you in her social media photos? You have to think about, if she's truly invested in you, or if she's using you to pass the time. And you have to think about how does she dress, when she's in her social media photos? How does she dress when she goes out with her girlfriends? Because for brothers who are married, how your wife dress, when she's trying to make a statement, compared to, y'all just going out for, just on a night on the town. And what I mean by that is there's a big difference between the cocktail dress and the dinner gown. There's a big difference. The club dresses, the different types of heels. Kevin Samuels, can break down that. But you have to think about the pattern of How many times have she left a boyfriend? How many relationships have she been in before you? And when she gives you the answers as to why, those relationships ended, if they seem pretty consistent, then you may just have somebody who hop, from person to person, sort of like a person who jumps from job to job. And so, you want to look for some sort of stability in those relationships. Like, how long did you stay with this person? Oh, a year and a half. Okay. Some stability. Maybe the person before that was maybe 2 years. But if you got somebody who's jumping, every 3 months to a new person, then you need to start thinking, oh, okay, that she's not, somebody who is looking for somebody stable, or she's living in a fantasy land that, whoever person she thinks she needs to be with should, make all her problems go away. So we need to just really analyze what that lady is looking for and why she would have a reason to leave. Because again, brother, some things may not be your fault. If she's never been in a relationship where she had to actually practice conflict resolution, then she probably will leave every relationship that she's been in, because once something goes wrong, all she knows is to do is leave instead of working it out. And so that's why you have to look at the dynamics. Has her mother been married before? Does she have any sisters that have been married or are married? Any kind of positive influence in her life that has been married and shows that that they can work with the man and respect the man. That's a positive factor. And a lot of times we don't think about what kind of positive factors a woman could have in her life to make her a stable partner for the long term. Because again, we so caught off the ass and them lips that we don't think about everything else. So I'll say this is that just make sure you look at her relationship history, is what I'll call it. And if she has those factors that makes her like she's looking to be stable and she just couldn't find anybody she was compatible with, okay. But if you're not in her social media posts, if she's always dressing, always advertising, always saying I'm cute, I still got it, still basically advertising for someone else to come along, then that might be a red flag that you might need to address.
Go ahead, Dr. D.
Yeah, taking a move. Yeah, that's a true thing, Coach Ali. And men, you have to also make sure that when you get into a relationship, I think this is the best basis for anybody. Why am I like the movie said, why did I get married? Always think to yourself, why am I getting in a relationship with this woman? Is it because of sex? Is it because of what she can bring to the table? A lot of men don't do that. Before you know it, oh man, we started hitting each other for 2 to 3 months. Next thing you know, we're in a relationship. But what's the ending goal? You have to see the goal at the end of the tunnel. You have to start how you want to finish. One of the things is when you start to date somebody, y'all need to sit down and say, what's the goal of this relationship? Are we working to get married, or are we just wasting each other's time? That will help you not to get in relationships that are not about anything, because when you sit down and talk, you're like, well, what are we doing together? Are you ambitious? Am I ambitious? Well, no, you don't want to do anything else in life. I want to do more. You're not compatible. You have to find somebody you evenly yoked with. And one of the things too is you have to make sure that once you decide to take that step to get in a relationship, you have to communicate with the woman. You have to also make sure, hey, what is going on wrong? Did I communicate like we were saying in a past relationship? Am I doing that in this one? Think about the red flags, because women will tell you what happened in the last relationship. Like, oh, the guy did this, the guy did that. But no women will never tell you this side of the story. And when women come to the table, I want to know, what did you do? I'm always hearing what the guy did. What did you do to the relationship? Because they will always say, well, he cheated on me and he slept with my cousin, my mom, or my sister. All that. So
everybody,
he slept with the dog outside. They won't never say what they did. So you have to vet women and see, like Coach Ali was saying, where are they coming from? Do they have any stability in their households? Is her father there? If not, the father's not there. Is there a strong male role model to say, hey, your man is not a bad person. He's just going through some things? Because a lot of women are not taught to stick with men when they're going through troubled things. The first thing they want to do is Yeah, they're not taught that. Like, okay, we lose our job. The first thing the woman think, well, our lifestyle is going to dwindle. They're not thinking, oh, he had that job for 15 years. I believe in that man or my husband. He could get another job. A lot of women are taught, girl, if that nigga ain't got no job, you need to leave him. And it's always some hating ass Keishas and LaQuisha some way saying, you leave that nigga. And they always in her ear, and she's like, I love him. He ran through a little dry patch. They cut, the COVID-19 thing is a perfect example. He got laid off from his job for 15 years. He has enough savings to last for a year. He's gonna sit back and find another job. But a lot of women just abandon ship. And then when things pick back up, they'll put out on Facebook, I was there for you with you for 10 years, and you ain't, y'all know how the story goes. That's all I had to
let me do this. Great points, and I want to segue from what you're saying to where Brother Bougie Talk says, "Hey, yo, Shay, I love that skit with the Ugandan organic woman. Shout out to Tenda. He's from Tenda. I'm in Bukoto. How to kill rejection equals if Rose don't want you, Brenda will, maybe Sharon or Jessica or Jen. There is someone out there for your abundance mindset. I want to talk about that also, and number one, and I hate to say this. This is no diss to nobody in the Black community, but as Black men, we got to understand one thing. A lot of the women that we deal with, if you like African American women, they have not seen, their fathers and mothers go through tough times. So what they know how to do is when things is bad or things is rough, to leave. We know that because we got the highest single motherhood rate in the country. So, understand also, if you do date with Black women, this is more prevalent to happen. It happens in any community, but just know that you're dealing with that you're dealing with that up front, right? And I prefer African American women, but I do know that if I'm dealing with somebody that isn't from a traditional family and it's a single mother led home person, I understand that this is where we at. All right. So this is a great possibility. And like I said, when you deal with people like that, it might be your fault. It might not be your fault. Right. But let me also talk about this. Guys, what he just said is important. If Rose don't want you, Brenda will. All right. Let me just say this. A lot of brothers right there don't have a lot of abundance mindset. Right. And shout to Convert Wolf. And a lot of guys, this could happen because some guys, like as we get older, especially if you gain a little bit of weight, you not as you haven't hollered at a female in a long time. You lost your gift of gab a little bit because you've been comfortable, and the woman that you've been dealing with, maybe you've grown mentally, you're not in the same place, right? But so you've lost some confidence in yourself. That happens, but you got to look at any good athlete. You think Deion Sanders as a cornerback didn't get beat for touchdowns, or that Tom Brady didn't throw interceptions and then play shitty one day? At the end of the day, you believe in your natural ability, whatever that is, and that's what should keep you going. People are always going to think less of you than what you are. Usually, nobody is going to believe in you like you. That's just something that you got to understand. A woman may look at you, and this is the thing that you got to also understand. When women look at you, they don't see as much value as you see in yourself. When you look at women, you typically give her more value than what she's worth. That's kind of how it is, right? So this is how the guy that is like, I went to school, I'm educated, I work hard, into a woman that translates into, yeah, this nigga's boring, he's a bum, like, you know what I mean? And you looking at yourself like, how can she not see I'm the great guy? It doesn't translate. You need to understand that the way that you look at yourself is not how women see you typically. That's fine. You got to understand that. But the only person that should always believe in you, if don't nobody else believe in you, is yourself. You got this far in life believing in your ability. Many of you guys I talked to before, some of you guys were homeless. Some of you guys had nothing going on at one point. And look at you now. It's because of your determination and your sheer excellence that you are here today. A lot of people as a brother didn't give you a chance to do anything. but you believed in yourself. Okay. This is just another time where you show the resilience of the African American man, which is that I've been down, I can beat it, I can go forth. That's what we do as a people. Okay. We got to continue that mindset. And as Black men, this is the mindset you got to have. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck, depending on how much you like or how much you don't like or whatever. But just understand this, that when you break up with somebody and you go talk to somebody else, they don't know that you broke up with somebody, right? And a lot of times, if you keep doing what you're doing, when you upgrade in a major way. Like I can attest that. Like the girl that I was living with in 2017, when I had my YouTube channel, I was crazy about her. I loved her. I never talked about it so publicly, but today, nothing I wouldn't do for her. Loved her to the extent I've never cared about a woman that much. We broke up, and then you know what? It was like, damn, broke up, but at the same time, I was back on the market real quick, right? Because I have value and I believe in myself, you know? So it wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get back right out there real quick, and I had been through it before. But the number one, I believe in myself. My confidence don't shake. You know? It don't shake. I'm too old now. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm like an old boxer in a match. Like if you hit me, it hurts, right? But I know how to still fight in Lil Dizzy. You know what I mean? I know how to fight. I didn't miss a beat. I kept doing what I was doing. I kept going. The business kept growing. I kept growing. And I was meeting people she was fine. I met people that was better looking than her, bigger booty, nicer. That just happens. You know, if you do what you're supposed to do as a man and stand on your confidence, that's the best thing you can do. Always believe in yourself. If you got that one, you can get another one. Okay? Just like some people get rich, lose all their money, and guess what, Doc? They come back in a few years, they rich again.
Yeah.
Because what they say is, well, shit, if I could do it this time, I can do it again. Yeah. But a lot of guys, they get lucky, right? They feel like, man, I got lucky, man. She's fine, man. What you pretty much saying at that point is she's better than you. You're saying that she's better than you. Anytime that you get stuck on a female, you're saying that you can't do that again. And she's better than you, and you got lucky. Mm-hmm. That's not how it should work. So go ahead. Shout out to Brother Covert Wolf. If she says I had my fun, I'm ready to settle down, run fast. Guys, like the video if you're in the building. And we'll do some shout outs in a minute. But go ahead, Doc. Or Hassani, so I don't know whose turn it is.
Oh, I went before Hassani. You could go.
Really quickly, I'll say this just to assess a little bit, is that a lot of times we, like you were saying, O'Shea, we put beauty over our accomplishments.
Yep.
And so one of the things when it comes to relationships, and a lot of reasons why ladies will stay with a man or is really attracted to a man, is that they bring a value to a woman's life. O'Shea, I don't know if you noticed, I've been studying a lot of YouTube, and if you notice, a lot of the female content creators are not really creating content. They're taking a male that they, either disagree with or have something in alignment with, and kind of put their own spin on the content and make it their own. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I bring that up is because a woman is always looking for the next, upgrade in her life. And for a lot of men, a lot of us, especially for the brothers in the chat, the lady that you're with right now is attracted to you because either you're a business owner, or you put your wife on game, or your lady on game on some things, and she's constantly soaking stuff up from you. So even if you gain a little bit of weight, even if you don't have that pep in your step like you used to, you may not dress how you used to, in the back of her mind, she knew how she felt when you told her to apply this and she got a result. Mm-hmm. Or, you told her that if you do your job as a woman and you can have what you want. When she put in the work to stay feminine, stay beautiful, keep the dresses on, looking good for you, and you pulled up, to the driveway with a new vehicle. for her.
Mm-hmm.
And and a lot of times when we get with these 8, 9s, and 10s, we looking at her like, oh my God, like she's just so beautiful. I got to figure out how to keep her. But it's something that she, has inherited. She didn't have to work. Well, for most of them, they didn't have to work to be beautiful. They might have to slap a little
good
makeup
point.
on. They don't have to. They might have to slap a little makeup on. But the pretty girls that we all know got attention from not just from boys, but from people in general ever since they were like 7 or 8. And they've never had to realize the value of putting in work to get something. And as men, we've basically inherited nothing, and we've had to acquire the skills to become successful, to be funny, to be charming, to be witty. And so when we do get a beautiful chick, we automatically say her beauty is worth more than my accomplishments. Tom Leykis said it himself, is that, he's not the most attractive man in the world, but he gets all the young chippies because of his accomplishments. Women want to be around winners. And we got to get out of the habit of letting women run all over us because they look good. And I'm saying that because I've been guilty of it. I've been on, I've dated a couple chicks where they look good. They talk to me any kind of way. And I'm like, she got them thighs. So I'll let it slide this time. And so the more we keep overvaluing their beauty, which will eventually fade as your work begin to, increase over with time, then the more she's going to realize that she has something over you. And I think what's going on in the world right now is that a lot of brothers are starting to wake up to say that your beauty is cool and all. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm supposed to be the one taking care of you, providing for you. If I'm going to be the one paying all the bills, your beauty can't, her beauty can pay the bills, but not to the same magnitude that a man can without no worry. You know what I'm saying? And so, brothers, the main point I'm just trying to reiterate here is that don't let a woman's beauty overcompensate or overvalue for your accomplishments. If you are 100,000-aire, you can get dozens and dozens of 8s and 9s and 10s. And notice I didn't even say millionaire. 100,000-aire, you can get all types of women that you want, and you don't have to put up with any kind of derogatory attitude, because at the end of the day that she can be replaced.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just read the super chats and shout out to the brothers again, Booty Talks, and you guys feel free to join in by liking the video. Thank you for all the brothers financially supporting the show tonight. A girl once ghosted me on a Monday. I was really feeling her. Next Monday, I met another who's better and more feminine. Crazy how it works. 3D Burns, fire show. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you. I mean the dream. O'Shea soliloquy is worth me going into my piggy bank. Thank you, brother. I purchased $2. And then also we have brother Tanger Ray. All-star lineup tonight. Dr. D, Big D, and Muhammad Ali in retirement. Salute, fellas. Brother Gabe A, thank you for the $5. Always supporting. Brother Gabe is creates a lot of content on the hall. Covert. Good-looking women have so much privileges, it's unreal. When you make them work, you bring value to relationships, side sex, their program glitches. Thank you so much. You want to go ahead and break some of the other things down, Dr. D?
Yeah, I'm gonna add another little twist to it. You could be successful and a woman will leave you. I don't know how many black men know this, but a lot of women can't tolerate a successful black man.
Oh my goodness, don't you go ahead and say it.
They cannot tolerate a man that's more successful, because they know now that it's not going to be about her. It's always going to be about the man wherever they go. And a lot of women cannot deal with that. A lot of women cannot deal with a man making a lot more money than them. They're used to having the ability to reign over men. But when you meet brothers that actually got their shit together, it's intimidating to women, because the thing that usually happens, if a brother is very successful, he's going to get looks from all women. The race does not matter. And women get intimidated, and they're like, I don't know how to deal with that because they used to a Pookie and a Junebug or a Ray Ray. Now you have a Poindexter that's a successful professional, blue collar brother, sharp. Kevin Samuels dressed him up, got him in the 3-piece suit, got him all looking sharp, killing the game. And they don't know how to handle that. They're like, a lot of women don't know how to handle men because we've talked about this. I've said this earlier. You don't need them for money. You don't need their car. You don't need their house. You got everything. And a woman's going to sit there and say, how do I put myself? How can this guy use me? I can't offer him anything. So instead of trying to figure out a way, they just said, I'm leaving him. And the guy is like, I didn't do anything wrong. I said, dude, you're successful. That's intimidating to a lot of women. And they can't deal with that. They got to put work in now because their sex can't do anything. And that's another thing. Once the sex is if you take sex out the equation, you're really going to see the value of your significant other because you could get sex anyway. And the thing is, they got to put work in now because they know they can't put the thing on you. They can't put the thing on you. So now they're like, well, what do I do to Poindexter? And her homegirl's gonna be like, girl, that dude got his shit together. I don't know what you're gonna do. They're gonna just up and leave. So that's another spin that black men really need to realize. You're successful. A lot of women don't even know how to fit in the equation because when you meet women, you tell them your accomplishments. They're thinking in their head, they're like, I haven't done a fifth of what this dude has done. And they're sitting there with their mouth in their head, like held open, like what to do. They're speechless because they always say, I haven't met a successful brother. There are successful brothers everywhere. I don't know how women say they don't run into them. They're successful brothers doing great things every day. They're out here making the world change. They're out here creating jobs for people. And they'll say, I've never ran into them. I'm like, where have you been? They're all around us. You just have to go find them. Or when you step to them, they know, opening your legs is not going to do anything. So you'll call them bougie stuff, call them gay. We've all gotten that. Or you're going to go date Rebecca over there because she'll put up with your shit. You know, we've all heard that line. So my twist on that is a lot of women can't tolerate a successful man and they will leave you too.
Oh yeah. And see, let me shout out to Brother James Samuel. Production brings him to the house, win or go home. Nick Penn, that's a whole show. Shay, can you tolerate a special black man? It is. We will do that one definitely. Thank you, Brother Nick. Second, and Brother Big Swint. Brothers have to work on validating ourselves internally, as well as when a woman decides to move on your soul is still intact. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. So the big security. Let me talk about this, right? Because here's a situation that and I didn't want to go here, but I think that, obviously with the situation with the country as it is, with the Breonna Taylor and now the Rayshon Brooks and obviously George Floyd and before him, Ahmaud Arbery, we've been talking a lot about race. And before these things happened in the manosphere, one of the biggest topics is interracial dating. People know my personal stance on it, but trust me when I say I understand why it happens. Now, I will say this. In the black community, if you are a brother that is, let's say over $70,000, $80,000 a year, you're a stable guy. A lot of times to black women in the black community, they realize like, you know how some people know what they should be doing, but they do something the opposite. That's kind of how black women are a lot of times in the black America. Like instinctively, she knows that this is the kind of guy that she should be with. But for whatever reason, it doesn't happen like that. I think almost every attractive black woman comes across a guy that they will feel that is handsome and, marriage material and can build a life with. Every woman has been offered the opportunity to deal with a man, no matter how ugly or good looking that she's been. The problem when black men decide that they want to isolate themselves to African American women solely, and I can't really say African women because a lot of brothers are not able to really have relationships with African women because of the cultures, right? And we're kind of kept out of certain things. So one of the things that you got to understand is that a lot of sisters, it might not mean anything that you are Maybe if you're a doctor or a lawyer, these things are, every woman wants a man like that. But a lot of sisters, that might not move them. And the reason why is because they've never met people like that. Some women obviously won't give you a lot of respect in the Black community. If you are a lawyer, doctor, you're an entrepreneur. There's some women that's going to definitely be with your program, right? They definitely respect that. So that's the truth. But there are going to be a lot of women that don't matter to them, right? And it's just because they haven't grew up around those guys, or they have been dealing with other guys who do different things. A lot of times Black men end up dealing with other groups of women, white, primarily, Asian, notwithstanding all the time. But, you guys get what I'm saying, or, white and Asian and Hispanic. And the reason is because these women kind of understand professional guys a lot better. If you're a professional guy in the Black community, let's just be real. There's a level of dumbing down yourself to a good portion of Black women to be considered attractive. You have to have certain stances on, let's say, Black Lives Matter. You got to have some elements of being hood, even for the most intelligent Black woman. There's a level of that goes on. All right, we gotta understand that this is the case. And then you understand that if you have to somehow dumb yourself down to be with any woman, in particular Black, that should show you something right there. If that's not naturally you. Like me, I am naturally very much a nigga. Like, don't get it twisted. I can speak the King's English. I have a very robust vocabulary if I need to use that. But naturally, my dad was a crackhead, okay? And naturally, I can get, with anybody see my little acting skit, I'm 100% nigga. That's just what I am. I can interchangeably interact with people like that on that level. But a lot of brothers are not like me. I see a lot of brothers who are actually good, hardworking Black men that are just being themselves, and they are really, really good catches. But the problem is that, the women are not in a position to understand, hey, this is your future husband. You should be dealing with a guy like this. And what typically happens is they go and deal with Black women first. They get their heart broke. And then you know what happens? Hassani, ask me what happens.
Then they go with the, oh, no, my bad. What happened, O'Shea? What happens?
I'm glad you asked that question. It's a great question. Then they end up dealing with women that are not Black ever again. It's what happens. And that's something that Black men have to understand. As much as I love our people, we got to understand this. Your value a lot of times in the Black community with Black women is not as high as it might be in other communities. Now, it could be many reasons why that is. And like I could say, like I tell Black men, there's a lack of working together and a lack of business infrastructure and a lack of connections. So that's what it is. And you can disagree. That's why I'm up here and you're not. But the thing about it is this. The situations for most brothers that are academics and end up dating outside of Black America is because typically with Black women in America, there are harder things to do. It's a harder relationship. It's the culture. Okay. The culture doesn't promote somebody that takes care of business in a legal way. It doesn't promote guys like you. It doesn't promote, it just doesn't. You have to really, really, really get the right person. And a lot of times you can get dropped by Keisha. You can get dropped by Black. Look at almost all the Black women have a 70 to 80% divorce rate. The guys that they're marrying are guys at work. Like, these are not just niggas that they like. Look at the divorce rate between Black America. These are niggas who work hard, who went to college and stuff. They getting divorced all the time. So it's not like I'm lying. Like, go look at the divorce records. Black women are filing divorce 75% of times. Pookies ain't getting married like that. Hello, that's niggas that's went to school and did well. So if they divorcing a lot of times a lot of better Black men get married, because we already talked about on this podcast, some of the more educated and talented Black men do what? They get married. They are getting divorced a lot. So you got to understand that you can be dumped, just because you doing well in life. A lot of times that might not mean a whole lot, right? So this is something that brothers got to understand when dealing with Black women. And I tell you what happens also, and I know I'm being long with it. This is why black men need to really look to do things more in the community as a group of men, as far as an individual. Because one thing that a lot of people know, if you don't have help, people don't respect you, right? You can be an individual and you can be very talented. But if you don't have connections and your wife will know that you don't have them, or your girlfriend don't know you don't have them, you can't make things happen. You know, people want, like, the thing about being a man is you need to have a network accessible for your wife and kids to benefit off of. Okay? You have to bring that to the table. You don't just bring your masculinity. You need to bring a network that can do things. They can hire people's kids in the summertime. This is where you got to be at. So, you know, we just got to have that conversation. Some guys are not going to agree with me, but this is how I see it. You guys want to weigh in on it?
Yeah. I've expressed this on numerous streams. I've said, black men, once you become more successful, I was talking to the intern about this today because her mom is white and her dad is black. Her dad is a real dark-skinned dude. And she said, I thought, you know, she was light-skinned. I didn't know her mom was white. So I looked it up on Facebook and I'm like, her mom is white with blonde hair. And I asked her, I said, ask your dad. I said, I could guarantee you your father approached women in the black community before he dated that white woman and married her. I said, it always happens. I said, I'm sorry, you know, to say it like that, but I expressed that to my fiance. I said, I could guarantee you when you see black men with non-black women, when you see black men with non-black women, this usually is what happens. And I've said this numerous times, black men, as you move up the ladder, I was just Googling trying to find, you know, women that we will all know about. As you move up the ladder, you're going to have women like Sofia Vergara, that Colombian chick. It's going to be women that look like that are coming at you because you are smart, you're intellectual. To a lot of other women, being intellectual is very sexy to them. But like you were saying, O'Shea, in our community, you got to dumb yourself down just to talk to people. And the women don't respect that. The women are like, oh, he a Poindexter. You know, people call that a square. He's lame as hell. Ain't nobody want to be around him. But I'm like, this black guy can actually bring ideals and take the community to where it needs to go. But y'all are pushing him to other races. And we wonder why we continue to lose the best black men in the black community. We push these guys to other women. Because the guy's pants not sagging. He has his shirt tucked in. He talks, articulate. He's a square. And he can actually help your son or daughter get into a field to where they can actually help change the course of a generation. But y'all push him away. And then y'all want to down the guys for saying you don't help out the black community. I've even said before, we have tried to talk to young black men and women. Do you know what they'll tell us? They'll say, you a square. You ain't got no swag. I said, swag is nowhere on my resume. And I've never been to a job interview and somebody asked me about swag. I said, y'all already have life messed up. So the way y'all are thinking, if y'all don't have somebody come in and interject and try to change things for y'all, y'all are going to be completely messed up. And a black man that has went before you and actually knows what's going on is willing to come and tell you how rough it is out there. And this is what you need to do. But y'all keep pushing them to the side. And the same thing's going to happen when a man starts to date. He's successful, like you were saying. Once he looks around, he has Jennifer Lopez looking chicks, Sofia Vergara looking chicks, all these mixed women that say, we love you. You know, we love your intellect. And the next thing you know, he has a mixed family and everybody's going to be mad at him and hating him. We can't continue to do that. The black community has to put the people at the forefront that can actually lead. I would say that on national TV. I would say that's why we're failing. We don't put the people that can actually lead us. We're the only race of people that don't put the smart people at the front and want everybody else to lead us. The people we have leading us now are going to lead us down a road of destruction. But then you want all the Poindexters and everybody you push to the side to come and save y'all. We got to do a better job of that. And that's one of my pet peeves with the black community. You have smart people. You have people out here that can change the community forever and make it better. You don't want to listen to them. You just keep pushing them to the side. And the men have gotten so tired of it to where they are just staying away saying, I'll go get me a non-black woman. Our community has to do better when those guys, like you were saying, go become professional people. For instance, It's tax time coming up. You have a young black man that says, I'm opening a tax service. I'm a CPA, certified public accountant. This guy can show you how to save money on your taxes, but y'all will not invest in him. You know what he does? He closes his business down in the black community, takes his business somewhere else, and becomes a millionaire. The first thing they're going to say, why did that young brother not invest in our community? So that's just that's my pet peeve.
Yeah, and let me just, before I go back to Ali, shout out to Brother Sinful to be in the building. Stop looking at celebrities to lead. A lot of them are just genuinely out of touch. But just in general, like, you know, just understand when you're dealing with black people in general, you know, it's a different mindset, right? And you know, you got to be real, strong-willed, obviously, and even dealing with anything that you do. But just always remember that everybody gets dumped. Okay, they're NFL players. I mean, Cam Newton got dumped by the Panthers, right? I mean, you know, the best guys get dumped. I mean, you saw the Chicago Bulls. I mean, what did the owner tell them? Pippen, all them said, listen, Michael Jordan said that you know, if Phil Jackson don't come back, I'm gone. Bulls was like, well, he ain't coming back. So even Jordan got dumped. All right, everybody gets dumped. You know, so you got to understand that everything comes to some sort of an end, and a lot of guys take it personal. Let me just say this also to add to this: a lot of guys, and in these red pill communities that, you know, that's here, the black pill, the manosphere, in particular the white ones. I see a lot of guys that come into these situations, guys that have been on child support, guys that start hating women because of certain situations. And this is another hard thing to know. Any disrespect that you have gotten from a woman, you've at many cases you've allowed it. So, you know, instead of looking at it as a learning tool or a learning point to, you know, let's say do something different, you a lot of us typically don't. What happens is there are certain mistakes that you could have made, and obviously she makes mistakes too, but you know, you didn't check out certain things in advance. And a lot of times, a lot of brothers who have money and who have things, we focus on that a lot. But a lot of guys still have money and things like that and are still soft. Like, there are a lot of soft dentists out there that are black. There are a lot of soft niggas out there who are lawyers that are black. There are a lot of pussy ass niggas that are police officers that are black. Just because you have money, it doesn't mean that you're not a bitch. I'm going to say that again. Just because you have money and a good career or profession. And some niggas can be fighters. Some niggas can be killers. Some of the biggest bitches that I ever met in my life as niggas were some of the hardcore ass niggas. I mean, will beat a nigga in the street, kill a nigga, got bodies, and be at home getting cussed out by a bitch. I know niggas like this personally. I know some of the most gangster niggas, like, you do not want to be next to them. Them niggas will do anything to you, like, and not give a fuck about it. I know niggas like this. But, you know, they girl busting their windows out and, you know, all type of fuck shit like that. And a lot of niggas think that because you have money and you have things, well, yeah, I mean, that will keep a motherfucker, to get a motherfucker's attention that you're doing this. But if you still a bitch, then what happens? It's like, oh, well, I got this nigga. And so she'll go through the motions, or she'll fuck you, you know, she'll give you some head and all of that stuff, man, you know, whatever. But then the motherfucker don't respect you. And then you look back at it like, well, damn, I got all these things. Why the motherfucker don't respect you? Why the motherfucker don't respect me? I'm a lawyer. I'm a doctor. Well, see, the reason why she don't respect you ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you a lawyer, doctor, preacher, or whatever. It's because you were just a punk. And a lot of niggas are punks. I mean, like, a lot of niggas can hide behind degrees. You can hide behind, you know, law degrees. You can hide behind businesses. You can hide behind money. You can hide behind. But if you are somebody that is not to be respected and you're a pushover, you don't stand on your principles, you don't stand for anything, all of that means nothing. And I'm going to tell you like this. All women can see it. But black women in particular, come on, bro. You're not going to make it. All right? most African American women, if they see any type of hoe in you, it's over, bro. Like that's you see all of that nice shit that you had going on because you are a bitch. It don't matter. So you let the woman disrespect you. You letting the woman, whatever, and she can go any kind of boundary with you. You crying over the hoe and all type of other shit. And I know a guy, man, he makes a lot of money. Bitch be taking his car, going out days at a time and shit. He be acting like she ain't there. She ain't even, fucking the dude in the last year. What do you think she doing? I mean, am I supposed to tell the nigga that, hey man, I think that your bitch is getting fucked on by somebody else? No, I mean, because he knows that in general, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too, man. Stop giving these niggas advice about they hoes, man. A lot of niggas know that their bitches is doing something. They don't want it ain't got to be you to tell the nigga, man, man, your hoe is cheating on. Because number one, niggas don't like hearing shit like that. So fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. I don't even give advice to niggas no more, bro. I just really don't. I'm just gonna be real with you niggas. I think Hassani is echoing a little bit. Let me mute him. But guys, don't allow that your degree, your earnings. Because let me tell you something, bro. As much of and I'm in Africa, right? Uganda. Y'all know how much money I can make in a year doing this shit. I live a pretty good life. There are niggas here. Any good-looking woman has dealt with a nigga that got more money than you. You're not the only $80,000 a year nigga out there, bro. You're not the only $100,000 a year nigga out there, bro. You ain't the only $500,000 a year a nigga out there, bro. Okay? Good-looking women come across niggas that spend a lot more money than you. All right. And so the reason why she might be with you ain't might not have anything to do with the amount of money that you got. Because if the argument is this, well, as long as you're making a lot of money, you can always get a lot of women. That's true. You can get somebody's attention, but you're gonna lose bitches too, and you're gonna be spending money on hoes. That's the thing that a lot of niggas gotta understand that. Stop supplementing your money for what you can do to make women respect you. Money is a tool that helps you live a better lifestyle. It helps you do things. It helps you take care of people. It helps you do things that you can't do without money. All right. Money don't make you a man or anything like that, But if you gonna stand on money, I'm in Africa right now, right? I mean, like people are poor here. Can I say that I'm gonna get all the bitches because I got money? If that was the case, then they would just take my money and go fuck with who they want to fuck with. That's not gonna change. Oh, because he's an American with money, then I'm gonna stop. No, them bitches will take my money and go fuck the other nigga for free. That happens everywhere. So niggas gotta start leading with, oh, I have this degree. I went to this college. I went to this and all of that. No. Because the motherfucker gonna respect the boundaries. Are you gonna respect her or she gonna go? Those are the only options. Fuck whatever money you have, because when you're dealing with that, because bro, the money shit is going to pass, bro. Like you're not nobody's savior to the world. Okay, let's just be real. The way that she look at you, you a nigga that got a nice job. She done dealt with niggas. If she look good, she dealt with niggas with more money than you before. All of them have, especially if they're not black. So if you're dealing with a white woman or Asian woman, she looks good. They have definitely dealt with dudes with way more money than you. You ain't the only nigga that got a lot of money. It's a lot of motherfuckers in the USA with a lot of fucking money. And a lot of niggas got a lot of money. You got some niggas got money, got game, got mouthpiece, and they'll take your bitch. All of them at the same time. So you can stand on your money if you want to, nigga, but let's just be real. There's some niggas out there, man, that's doing some real shit too. You ain't the only motherfucker that got this shit figured out. So just understand that. Go ahead, y'all.
Well, Hassan, are you there? Well,
yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I had to back in them African beans. I'm sorry, them things, them Jones, good as hell. But real quick, the only thing I wanted to say, just to backtrack, is that the only thing when it comes to the dating, mating, reproducing piece is that the only thing I have a real gripe is that I don't care who black women choose to sleep with. I really don't. And I'm sure most brothers hopefully do not care about their dating and mating preferences. But at the same time, when it comes to producing children is where it gets me, because you have to think about a community is what? It's supposed to be families, and families include children. I had the opportunity to meet the late Dick Gregory when I was a junior in college, and I'll never forget one of the things he told me while he was sitting on that or standing at that podium, and he was saying that children are supposed to solve your community's problems. And so when I sat there and thought about it, the first thing I went to was, well, how come our out of wedlock birth rate is so high in our communities if we're not, mating with the best and brightest of men? And so that's kind of where I will always have a sore spot, because there's a lot of potential with these children out here, that could actually be the remedy to a lot of the problems we're having in the Black community. But the women are demanding that the men foot the bill, but the men aren't well, like, that's not my responsibility. I didn't bring them in this world, and I'm not going to sit there and raise them. And so the only true gripe I have is that the people who are suffering the most in this equation are the children. Segue to a separate point is that, O'Shea, you're absolutely right. Is that for a lot of brothers, we do tend to lead with our accomplishments. Are they important? Absolutely. But the one thing I had to learn, being kind of nerdy, is that the second a woman smells bitch on you, she will run you over so quick. She will show you no respect. And it's funny how men typically change up based on how women desire their men. And what I mean by that is, fellas, for those who are in the chat room, for those who are listening, you've been in a situation where you've been that nice dude and you tried to treat a woman with respect, and your homeboy or somebody in your class or somebody in your neighborhood, treated her like shit, kind of did that, I don't give a damn attitude. And you were like, if that's the recipe for getting chicks, then I'm gonna switch up, my demeanor. And we end up, maybe not you necessarily, but we end up changing our demeanor in order to appeal to ladies. And so it's just kind of funny how we typically we usually adapt to what the women are desired, right? Or, we usually adapt to what women desire. And so we do have to develop, one, a sense of self. And number two, we do have to, definitely have a firm belief in something. Because even you look at what the Johnny Depp situation, his ex-wife ran all over him, still got him set up, still got his economic, stability ruined. And it's because he didn't stand up to her. You listen to his phone calls, and he tried to always plead and bargain and, make deals with her. If he would have just put his foot down and said, you cut the shit out or I'm gone, a lot of that could have, a lot of those problems could have been, will have lessened to the degree than what they are now. And so, again, the biggest thing I will say, as far as brothers, I'm not saying they just be hardcore macho masculine type dude, but just make sure you stand for something. Don't always agree with a chick. Don't always be a yes person. Let her know that you can, she can't easily win you over either. And I think a lot of times we kind of forget that this is a person, not an entity. We kind of look at women with a godlike complex just because they have a pussy, and we will do whatever we can to get it. So, brothers, make sure you hold your ground, and whatever things that you do believe in, don't believe in. If she comes to you with some jibber jabber bullshit that you don't necessarily agree with, put your foot down and say, no, that's bullshit, and explain to her why, and she'll respect you off the fact that you will not agree with whatever she's putting to you, because she knows she can't come to you with any type of bullshit. And that's one thing I would definitely say I had to learn throughout my dating years, and even till now, that the more I stand on my square, with wife, business partners, coworkers, whatever it was, then the more respect I got in the long run.
No, I definitely agree. Shout out to Savings Minus Debt. What if she's a 9 with 100,000 in student loan debt? Is she still a 9? Y'all go ahead and get the likes up on the video. I'm seeing a lot of brothers appreciating the show. Show me that you appreciate the show, brother, by liking the video, and I appreciate the people that's donating. What happened to Doc? Go ahead, Doc.
He dropped off. I guess he had a bad connection, or maybe them beans.
He coming back. Beans.
Oh, he back. That's a good point. That Hassani brought up about respect. I'd rather lose a woman and stand up for myself and can look at myself in the mirror than to let her run over me. If you leave me because I stood up for myself and I had balls to say what needed to be said, I'd rather lose a woman, because at the end of the day, you got your pride, you got your respect. And that's big. You don't want to look in the mirror and say, man, I let women run all over me and stuff. I won't stand up for anything. And like y'all been saying, women can detect that. You need to stand for something. If they know, well, he'll go along with anything I said, no matter how women say they don't like it or not, they like for guys to go against what they say, because they'll tell you, I don't need a pushover. I don't need somebody I could tell what to do all the time. And a lot of men, like you said, with money, they are like that. And when I was back dating, I never led with that. I never told a woman where I worked, what I did. I just said, I have a job, and that's all you need to know. Because I've been there was this place that was a hookah lounge. You get the little Negroes in there. They get their first little bit of money. They got their chains and they got everything on. And, you could tell they in there, as we call it, flossing, telling the chicks, I do this and that. Next thing you know, they got 2 or 3 kids by them, because that's what you led with. You need to be confident in yourself. If you have to sell yourself by using money, it's going to be a terrible situation for you. Have principles, just stand up and just let a woman know this will not be tolerated. And if once you do it a couple of times, you shouldn't have problems out of. But if she continues to do it, then, as you said, O'Shea, silence, and you just walk away and said, I'm not going to tolerate your disrespect. I'm not going to tolerate you talking to me like that, blah, 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 whatever happens. You have to stand up for yourself in a relationship and anything in life. Don't be a softy. Just, people, sometimes I even think at work, people will test you to see what you will say about a situation. If you're a passive person as a man, it is not a good look for you. You need to be the person that say, hey, I'm a leader. I'm willing to make a decision. Same thing in a relationship. Because if there is I'm not going to say a disagreement. If there is a choice going on, for instance, we've all done it. Hey, where do you want to eat at? I want to eat this place. No, I want to eat this place. We've done that with women. Women want you to make the decision. If you're not a good decision maker, don't have balls to make a decision, it's going to be tough for you to date women. I'm sorry. You got to stand up for yourself. You're going to have everything taken away from you. Like O'Shea said, you can make $500,000 and a woman is going to say, I can run all over this Negro. He ain't going to say nothing to me. Right. I could come in the house 2 a.m. He going to just say, where you been at? A cat like me, all you got to do is do that once, and your shit out there in one of them pod storage things on the back of a rollback with a master lock on it, with it welded shut, saying, get your stuff and leave. Because there's nothing. Oh, and black men, we talked about mental health with Dita Rail. There is nothing in this life that's worth your health and your mental health and your physical health. Take care of yourself. I can't stress that enough. We have a lot of black men. We know, I don't know, we need to do a show on it. We talked about it, depression. A lot of black men are going through difficult times right now. They feel as if the world is against them. I think I sent the topic about that, black men, we got women going against us. You got all the stuff going on TV with the riots. Nobody wants to hear out black men and hear what they have to say. And a lot of black men are dealing with the depression now of like, I'm not valuable in this world, which you are very, very valuable. You have to believe in yourself. Always know that you are important to the world. Don't get depressed. Don't get sad and think about committing suicide or anything. I said, it's not worth that. If you're dealing with a woman that is belittling you, like O'Shea has said before, leave her, go to www.rebuildanigga.com and start back over again, because that is your lifesaver. Go to that website. O'Shea always talk about some of his past videos, rebuildanigga.com. Do not let it happen again. Rebuild yourself and move forward, but take care of your mental and physical health. It is imperative in this world. I can't stress that enough. We have young black men and black men that have cancer now, and a lot of stuff is preventable. Go get the checkups. We probably need to do even a show on that. I'll be 40 years old, and a lot of black men will say, I'm not letting no doctor check my butt for the prostate. If it's to save my life, I'm gonna do what I have to do. But black men, I cannot stress it enough. Protect your sanity, protect your mental health, and protect your physical health. Because at the end of the day, when you're laying on that hospital bed looking up at those white lights, there's really nobody that's going to come in there and extend an olive branch to you saying, we want to help you out. You always got to remember that.
Yeah, let me shout out to brother Kenny Conjo. Shout out to him. Talk to them, O'Shea, and guess you all spitting. Shout out to the brothers. I like to see new people getting involved with the donations. Not the same people every show. Let me say this: the same people all the time is Kenny Conjo. Let me see. D. Anderson, Tony Davis, Nick Penn. You other niggas, y'all give me your money too now. This is black male shit. You niggas got to start supporting what you like. So shouldn't be the same 4 or 5 niggas every show giving y'all the money. No, you niggas is going to give me your money too. I'm serious about that.
That's how it going.
Oh no, these niggas gonna give you their money. Oh no, absolutely. Because the one thing I just like I tell you niggas, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. Uncle O'Shea gonna talk to you niggas like this. Here's the truth. You demand from people what you get, right? Same thing from women or whatever. Same thing about you niggas. Support my content, whether it's a like or with your money or your dollars. The reason why I make you do it is because you're gonna support what I do, right? Even if it's $1. That's the same thing that you niggas have to do with these women, right? When I say you niggas need to get okay, y'all, new niggas who don't never support, y'all need to start supporting. This is what you got to do with people. You got to make people respect what it is that you do. And a lot of times as black men, nobody respect what it is that we do. That's how the pimping is so strong. The pimping make everybody respect what they do. And the thing about it is that when you put that out there, people respect it more, right? And it's not even about like, oh, $1 million, whatever. Thank you, $5. It's the fact that people have to respect what you do, right? Like I always tell people, when I do whatever I do on this show, I typically don't do all the time. I want you niggas money. I don't want the white people money. I don't want black women money. I want you niggas money. You the niggas, I want your money. I want your $2, your $1, your 50 cents. I want your money because this is for you, right? And it's the same thing. Anything that you do, you got to make motherfuckers respect what you do. You got to. It's a line. So, and I'm teaching you niggas a lesson. So go ahead and give me all what you got. Give me $1, give me $1, give me $2, whatever. But it's just the fact that you making niggas respect what you do, right? And we have to be, as a group of men, Andre Hatchett, I sent that a link. You have to make people respect your boundaries. Otherwise, people take you for granted. And a lot of men out there are getting taken for granted because people just simply don't respect what the fuck that they do, And that's what up, brother Sonny? Good to see you. So, guys, come on, like the video, get active in the chat. And like I said, I like to see new people. And I'm only mentioning that because it's always the same people. Sinful to P. There's some, Tony Davis, Sonny Robinson, James Sandman. It's always the same people. New people need to get involved in supporting this sort of content, right? Because the situation is this. When you don't have, and I'm going to tell you niggas one thing. When the black woman, I was watching Paris Milan on earlier. When the black woman, she be on, oh my God, you can't count them, right? And the thing about it is then when you get a lot of black men that go and start creating content for white folks and stuff like that, then people be like, oh, well, man, they don't support, they selling out. No. So you niggas support what we do over here. Y'all niggas got to pay. Okay. So we waiting on brother Andre Hatchett. But anything you guys want to say? Because Andre wanted to come on and talk about this too.
Just take care of yourself. And you were saying how they support stuff. Black men, you got to support what we out here doing. We're helping to try to make everybody's life better. And, we take time out today. O'Shea has created a platform, and eventually the guys that are on the panel now, it's going to be time for another group to come in. So we're just trying to make it way better for everybody else. That's what I do. I just try to show people that no matter if you're a black male or not, or whoever, you can make it through life. But I particularly want to focus on us because we need help. We need help. Right. bad. And we have so much potential, but we kill ourselves with negative thoughts and negative people. So black men, remember, you are important. You are the nucleus of the black family. Always remember that the black family starts with us. The community starts with us. That's all we have to do. And I think O'Shea or somebody has mentioned it. Once black men stand up and say this is not acceptable, the whole community will change overnight. We just have to stand up and get the support and have the financial backing to do it.
Hold on one second. Miss 81, I'm about to time your motherfucking ass out. Thank you for your money, but you goddamn right. I'm going to make you niggas. I'm not crying about it. I'm telling you niggas the truth. You're going to support what I do. Thank you for your $2 and your ass got timed out. Thank you, Brother K Coaching. Goddamn right. I time you niggas out all motherfucking night. I've been doing this for 5 years. You have to make niggas support what you do. Because niggas will, if you don't, they will take advantage of this shit. Fuck that. You gonna give me 50 cents or $1, nigga. Fuck that. I'll make you niggas. No. And it's not, let me tell you something. It's not about the fact that I need the money or anything like that, because it's not the case. But what it teaches us is we have to appreciate each other. Because do you know why? All through YouTube, every day you see me going around doing what? I super chat about $1,500 a month on YouTube every day. On Patreon, it's about 25 people. Because why? We gotta teach our people to support what's good for them or what so it can grow. That's the reason why I do that, you know. And then also it teaches people in the black male community, because you know what's happening right now. Let me just say this with black men that don't get this. We're going to go into the election of 2020. I want you brothers to understand this. None of our issues are on the ballot right now.
Nope.
Right? None of our issues are on the ballot right now. Do you know why that is? Because as a group of men, we don't typically organize to do anything. And that's the reason why. So what happens is when the politicians come to the black community, they skip you. They go right to black women. They go right to the black church. And then here you are complaining about the fact that you don't have anything for you. They got Bossip. They got Madame Noir. They got all these other things, right? So what happens is that black men, for the things that they want, then this is what we try to tell brothers. Even if you don't have money, you support with watching it. You support by sharing it. And that's a situation that we as a lot of brothers don't get things happening. And that's a problem. So that's why I said that what I said, right? But in general, y'all know, seriously, I understand brothers may have or may not have things. But the situations that we got to do as black men, number one, make people respect boundaries. And also number two, we don't have the things that we have and the networks that we have. And I'm going to tell you a reason why black women big up white men and other groups of men. You know why? Those people get things done many times on a collective basis. You know, when the Asian man want to do something, white people want to do something, they can move as a group, they can do things, and they don't have to march. They have networks. So we got to get black men on that level, that same level of caring about their issues and things like that. I think Andre Hatchett was going to come on. Shout out to brother from my pockets, Nick JB, collection plate offering. Yeah, shit. I tell you niggas all the time. So
it's that benevolent offer.
No, yeah, no, and it's like I said, it's for the new, because it's the new people, right? It's always the same people that support. So we need to have more brothers supporting just off of GP if you find value, right? That's just what you got to do. So and also let me do this, brother Hassani Ali. I want brothers to subscribe to Hassani. Hassani, how many subscribers did you get from the last episode we did? Is he up there?
It might be the beans. You know, I asked him.
Oh, yeah, nigga.
Them beans, boy.
Them African beans. But hold on. Where's Andre Hatchett? Andre Hatchett wanted to come on. Let me go ahead and send him the link. But all right. What you want to add, Doc?
This the platform. You know, I reiterate that we you know, that's an important thing you just said. None of our issues are ever on the ballots. Everybody else gets their issues on there. They overlook us. We have more power in the community if we all just stick together. But in this election, local elections, a lot of y'all black men don't even vote in the local elections. I went to vote in the primary last Tuesday, man, and I saw maybe a couple of black guys. We don't think voting is serious. We have to take the power and casting your vote. It should feel like a lightning bolt. And you should say, I can vote. I have money. And so I can make a difference. By the way, brother, I like that shirt, man. Remind me of I'm trying to think what it remind me of.
Appreciate it, Pimp. Appreciate it. How's everybody doing?
We doing good.
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Go ahead. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Good. All right. So the question is, how do you rebound after a breakup, right, guys?
Yep. You're on mute.
Dr. D, Hassan?
Yeah, you can hear. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh. Yeah, I hear you guys. Okay. That's the question, though, right?
Yep.
How do you rebound after a breakup?
Yep.
All right. Here's what you do: is you give yourself some time to rebound. That's where most people go wrong. Is especially us as men. We assume because we're a man, because we're a guy, we're gonna get right back out there, and we're gonna utilize another woman to help us get better and fix whatever we're going through. I don't think that's a good option. I think it's you. I've become a big fan in life of embracing the fact that the next whatever time period is just going to be tough and hard and just somewhat annoying and disturbing, right? So you give yourself a certain time period, say, look, I'm just going to be a little down and sad for, let's say 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. If it's a divorce, it might be a year and a half. It took me like a year and a half. And once you do that, it helps you fight your eternal need to get over this right away. All right. So second thing you do is you hit the gym. You hit the gym. Calisthenics, push-ups, sit-ups, running, all of the above. You work out 4 to 6 days a week for at least 45 minutes a day. You need to rebuild yourself. You need to rebuild your soul, your spirit. And I know that we're in the era and the space that, F these, whatever, like they ain't worth it, yada, yada. Nigga, some people got feelings, okay? Some people care about things and people, and not everyone is built like that. And that's fine if you aren't. So you're going to work out. You're going to work out often. Then next thing you're going to do is you're going to read a book every 2 weeks. It could be an audio book or physical books, but every 2 weeks, you need to be completing a book. Complete a book. And work on something that's just for you. So oftentimes in a relationship, we're giving so much of ourselves, so that's a relationship is, right? Your resources, your time, work on something just for you. It could be an asset. It could be building your FICO score, paying off some debt, write a book. It could even be an ebook, but do something tangible that you can measure, that after you get out of your mental funk, you can measure it. So example, if I say, okay, I'm sad now, I had a breakup in June 1st, by the end of August, I'm going to have a book done. I'm going to have some form of book, 50-page ebook done. And the best way to get over situations is to have new things come into your life. I just don't believe you should be doing it with new people per se off rip. I think you should be doing it internally so you can become a better human, a better dude, and become better for the next person you are with. So eternal work, hardcore eternal work, that is what's needed, in my opinion, to get over a breakup.
All right. Yeah. O'Shea said he went to the bathroom.
Doc, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear Andre?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really quickly, I don't know what happened with my internet connection, but I just wanted to make this point is that the reason why you look at how we fund things and what we don't put our energy towards, and that's why Black Lives Matter is being basically ran by the LGBTQ, all these other groups, making their political statements off of the murder of a Black man. And so that should be an alarming thing to you, brothers, is that we have to start supporting, these streams, because if you think about it, a lot of brothers don't want to come forward and speak on behalf of you because they don't know if they'll support you. It's funny because if you look at the white manosphere, you have white men fighting for white men, you have white women fighting for white men. And so, brothers, the more you put your resources together, more people will come out and fight for you and get you towards the mainstream. Think about it. Shout out to Brother Obsidian, who said this earlier, is that we don't have we don't have too many black women who fight on the behalf of black men, because who's going to support them? As the white men have Karen Strong, or Karen Strawn, I should say, the white lady who made the Red Pill documentary movie. But again, the reason why I'm saying this is because O'Shea is basically trying to reprogram you guys to put your money towards something that you value. If I can tell a lot about a person based on their bank statements. You want to know why? Because your bank statements directly tell me what you put your energy and your money towards. And so if you guys truly care about, brothers putting out this content, having more black male creators, coming on the platform to give you guys more information, Brother Andre, coming in to give you some business info, you got to support these brothers. You gotta support them, because they need to know that what they're giving to you, is valuable to you. Because the second y'all pull it away, we get to hooting, hollering, and ranting. When BGS was about to shut his YouTube channel down, everybody had a fit. But at the same time, no one, when he was going through what he was going through, no one stepped in and said, "What y'all doing to BGS is messed up." No one, helped him financially. And so we kind of just sat back and let it happen with the ha and the he and this is entertaining because this is the internet. But he's had, real life encounters with somebody, with his threatening his family. And I say all that to say this is that every little bit that you can contribute should go to the black manosphere space, because then you're providing more and more content creators to come in and not only talk about the stuff you guys want to talk about, but give you the information you need in order to move forward, especially with the way this economy is going, so y'all could be financially, mentally, and emotionally prepared. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we were talking about that behind the scenes, and I know everybody on the panel can attest to it. It's about to get real in the next couple of months, black men. We already in a recession. We're about to see stuff we never saw before. So we hope that all of you are prepared financially, mentally, spiritually, because we are about to go through some stuff, and a lot of people are not prepared for it. So we want to make sure a group as black men are prepared and can navigate the situation, because tough times, I believe, are going to come. I know tough times are going to come. This stock market is going to dwindle down. They're talking about another 200,000 people should die by September from the coronavirus. Black men, we're trying to prepare the best that we can to make sure that we're able to get through this. I'm trying to. I know the people on the panel are. We just want to make sure y'all are able to get through it, and you're not on the side of the road with a flat tire, because people, whether y'all know it or not, people are going to know a lot of y'all are successful, and y'all going to have success guilt and try to help them out instead of letting them sink on their own. You got to remember that none of those people were there when you were struggling. Do not feel success guilt when this economy goes down and say, man, I make $500,000 a year. I can let them live with me. Nobody believed in your vision or your dream. As O'Shea was saying, you got to believe in yourself when you were doing things. So always remember, nobody is going to help you out, black man. You are stuck out there on an island by yourself.
Because self-preservation, as they say when you're on the airplane, is put on your mask, then put on the person next to you mask if it's your kid or somebody you can help out. Self-preservation, and it took me years to get that. It took me years to get that because I had this one for all for one mentality that we're all going to get there together. But what I realized is the people who you're going to get there with probably aren't even people you might not even know in real life. It's definitely probably not your immediate family or childhood friends, but you might have to build these bonds like we're doing here with strangers. Build family bonds and brotherhood bonds with strangers, and then elevate from there. So it isn't, yeah. Who you put your energy into helping and collaborating with, it will tell you a lot about success. It'll tell you a lot about your success, and it will show you a lot about yourself. I came in late. What did you guys say about getting over a breakup?
So basically, we just hit the same points that we that you actually touched on when you got in. Is basically you want to assess first. You want to acknowledge that she's gone. You want to acknowledge that she's gone. As much as you may care about her, you have to realize that she's in the relationship, ending the relationship for a reason, and you have to be okay with that. No calling her back. No having sex with her still, not asking for your stuff, and then taking time to redevelop yourself is the big thing. Is that we need to assess, how's your fitness level, how's your business, are you making the amount of money you were supposed to even when you were with her, and if not, then you need to get back to building your capital or building your income. Do you have a activity with friends that you used to do that you gave up, when you had this lady? And so basically it's just in three things, just acknowledging what's going on. And also we also talk about being vulnerable, because a lot of times when you're vulnerable as a man, we tend to mask it and say, well, I could, go get another chick. But we talked about, having a healthy support system, whether it's through friends or whether through a professional, but basically acknowledging the situation that it's over, developing yourself, and, assessing what went right and what went wrong. So when the next lady come, you won't get caught into the same trap.
Yeah. And I'm journaling. Journaling is good too. Getting your thoughts. I have whiteboards all over this damn house now. Getting your thoughts out of your head. Getting your thoughts out of your head. And don't follow. I don't know if you guys said that already, but don't follow if you're still into them, like don't follow them on social media. Just no. It's out of sight and eventually out of mind. And man, there are so many women out here, dude. Like there are so many women out here, and the better off you are, is the more quality woman you're gonna get. But I'm a hardcore believer in acknowledging that you are down or sad if that's where you're at. I'm not a believer in saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter," when it does matter, because what happens is you have these residuals effects that pop up in different areas of your life because you're still angry or sad about something that you haven't dealt with. Having an honest understanding of where you're currently at, and this is after a breakup or friendship ending, a business loss, whatever. And it can you're just able to move on so much better when you're honest about what you're currently going through. It does wonders, man.
Yeah. And one last thing, when women, I don't know if we mentioned this, when women leave men, they're always checking up on them through social media to see if they made the right decision or not. Whether you know it or not, fellas, because Facebook or Instagram or these social media platforms do not tell you if somebody's checking your page, but women always do that to men they leave. So your best thing to do is get your life back in order. Once you get over the grieving process, move forward and just keep it moving, because they will know, like, did I make a bad decision? That's up to them. Your decision is to keep looking forward. That's why the rearview mirror on a windshield is small, so you can't really see too much back there. Keep looking forward through the big windshield, move forward with your life, and do not ever look back. If they left you, that's their fault. Keep it moving. And as Brother Andre was saying, there's a lot of women out here that would appreciate you. Just keep it moving forward.
Dr. D, do you realize 2 hours have gone by already?
Oh man, O'Shea, you ain't over there sleep, are you?
That boy be knocked out. That boy O'Shea be knocked out.
Yeah, he said he was going to the bathroom. Hopefully he ain't in there, man, with some Pepto-Bismol stuck on the toilet.
Who knows, man? You know, we getting to them, to them beans. He been hooked on them beans lately.
He probably said,
It's a good.
He probably said, man, I could go to the bathroom.
That Dollar Watch put up. What is the standard for being good? What's the starting line, starting money? So here's how I knew that I was okay with being able to move on into a different another relationship after my last one. Is I wasn't looking for the person. I wasn't looking to get with someone to get over my current situation. And sometimes we're over the person, but we're not over the breakup. Those aren't always the same thing. Sometimes we're still upset about the breakup, even though we might be over the person that we were with. Now, the breakup might take longer because there's some form of public embarrassment. If it was a long-term relationship where everyone knew, so you have people asking you about it all the fucking time. Everywhere you go, they're asking what's up with her, what's up with her. I'm like, oh my God. So when you aren't looking for the new person to help you get over the old person, right? And sometimes you have to just test the waters. You hop on some dating apps and again, getting out there and meeting people. And you might meet people and you might realize after you meet them, like, damn, like I'm not totally ready yet. Like that happened to me a couple of times. I was like, you're great, but I'm just not there for anything serious right now. So I'm not the guy for you. So test the water. Test the water to see how you feel and be honest about how you feel.
Yeah. Yeah. O'Shea said he coming back. I guess when he come back, he gonna end the show. I don't have anything else really to say. Do y'all have something to say?
Not really. I mean, unless anybody has a question in the chat, but I think that pretty much wraps it up. Again, a great conversation. Always glad to be able to put in this information and talk to you brothers as always. I know Brother Gabe will be joining us here shortly. I know he's been in the process of moving. So right. If nobody has anything, I guess we can wrap up.
Yeah.
All right. And guys, thank you for I went to the restroom. White man, hold me back. Thank you to Dollar Washer. What's the standard for being good with the starting dollar? Thank you, brother. EW the best. K Coaching. Rance Turner. Shout out to our brother Uche King, Ruben James. P Hibbs. Thank you. Thank you for the new guys, right? Not Focus Hard. That wasn't basically Miss 81. I wasn't trying to be mean to niggas. I'm just trying to let you niggas know, right? It's just that we need to be in a more supporting each other. And if you can't support with $1 or something, support what I like, right? Come in and support the content any way you can, because in 2024 we cannot be at the situation where we are now, where we not supporting each other, okay, and we don't have nothing on our agenda for the 2024 election. All right. 2020, nothing about helping black men is out there in the United States. And the reason why Black Lives Matter is financing your agenda is because you have not financed it your damn self. So until you decide that you gonna put your money up for what you want or show interest in what you want to do, you will continue to be use that as a poster board for somebody else's agenda. Mm-hmm. All right. And that's one thing that we got to understand as black men. They're going to continue to walk over us because, it don't take a lot of money all the time to do something to take effort, right? If we don't even show up to these shows or these streams and support, you can forget about doing other things. So yep. That's the issue. 2020 is coming. Your agenda is not on there. You got thoughts twerking at these situations now. Look, now you got thoughts showing up twerking. That's all because you don't finance your own stuff. So you niggas have the money to finance your own shit. That's why I talk to you niggas like that, because I know that you have money. You have $1 or $2, or you can go up there and vote and stuff like that. So I'm not talking to you like, oh, you know, black men is helpless. I'm gonna tell you how I know this, because when I brought that old lady on my show, 65 years old, 50 of you joined her OnlyFans at $25 a month. So I already know that I don't even no, you niggas have the money. We know that you have money. So I'm not even don't talk to me about that. So that's the situation that we need to be. We need more brothers serving the underserved market. We need more content creators. Y'all see, I got struggle with. Y'all ain't got to donate for another skit. And also, I'm doing a giveaway. Me and the brother at Tipsy Tulips for Father's Day. Father's Day is on Sunday. Shout out to the fathers like Brother Sonny. We do have some giveaways coming. We have a good Father's Day stream coming up on Sunday night. So we just want to get brothers involved, right? You don't have to worry about donating to struggle wood. I got it. Don't worry about that. I do a lot for brothers to be entertained. I do a lot to bring to value our brothers, right? That are, you know, skill set or whatever. So the reason why I say that is because when you guys support brothers, you open the door for the next guy to come in. And that's what we want to do. It's always about the next guy. Okay? It's not always about me. It's about the next guy. And when the next guy comes in, you need to go ahead and help him grow also, right? And the more that you help the next guy, the better you will be. Now, guys, let me just do this real quick. Coach Ali, Dr. D, he don't have a YouTube channel yet. But I want to bring light into 2 channels. Coach Ali's Corner, and we have Brother Andre Hatchett. Would like for you guys to go over and subscribe to their channels. I think Dr. How many subs you get the other night, Coach? About 30, 40?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, like I said, you guys know that Dr. D and Hassani and Dre, they spend their time here. Let's support them by subscribing to their channels, right? We need more black male creators in the business. This is a tough field. So the more people, because guys, listen, I could have more views talking about more shit, trendy shit, but I choose not to do that because I want to focus more on our issues. All right. I could be talking about celebrity gossip streams and niggathons and all of that. Trust me, I know how to do all that kind of content. I don't do it because as much anymore because I want to help our people move up. So do me a favor, subscribe to Coaches Ali's Corner, and then somebody put Brother Dre's channel in there. Subscribe, hit the bell. They're they're in the field. We need more brothers watching them, more brothers contributing. Follow Bro Hassan Ali. Thank you, K Coaching. And any last words you brothers want to say?
That older lady. Now, what was her name? Where can I find her at, by the way?
The pastor's ex-wife.
I'm joking with you, man. But again, I appreciate coming on the channel, collaborate with Brother Andre, Coach Ali. This is really giving me a different perspective, and I always take something away from every stream we do. You know, it helps me out, and I'm able to share my ideas with like-minded black men, and I'm able to help improve everybody. So I'm thankful for the opportunity to be on here again.
And shout out to Dr. D, man. He been really knocking them out with these topics, brother. Like, he called a lot of good plays, but it's just a good. And his brother's been emailing me about coming on. I just haven't had the time to get everybody in, but there's gonna be some new people coming here and there for brothers that can't make it. I do thank you, brothers. Brother Dre, go ahead and tell them what they're gonna get on your channel, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me. Again, as always appreciate them with you guys. You're gonna get hardcore business practices and real estate solutions. I'm a mobile notary pioneer, and I also got the link to my course if you guys want to roll in the course. We show you how to make money. So I'm all about how to make money with practical steps that won't cost you a ton of money to start up. Like that's how I made it to where I am. As I looked up about a month ago, I'm in the top 1% of all black men in the country.
Wow.
Actually now. So I'm happy, and I teach what I learn either be YouTube or in the course, and I love it. We're gonna check me out. Thanks, man.
You heard that, right? Top 1. I'm like top 20, but I gotta go sell some more drugs in top 1. But anyway, Hassani, anything you want to say, brother?
Oh shit, I ain't gonna lie, that shit's gross, man. A 65-year-old on OnlyFans.
Man, them niggas look. Them niggas subscribe the next day. Within 24 hours. That's why I don't let these niggas tell me they ain't got no motherfucking money. I used to never. Now I'm adamant about this shit. Fuck that. These niggas,
Man, can't you
$1,250 in 24 hours.
Can't you look at gifts on Pornhub, O'Shea? Like you got straight up OnlyFans. Like I don't
recurring $25 a month. These niggas.
I don't like. Hey, I don't like cottage cheese in my refrigerator, and I don't like cottage cheese on ass cheeks. I can't look at no 65-year-old lady. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
That is wild. That is wild.
But no, I'm all set, O'Shea. Like we just harped on making sure these brothers contribute because contributing will definitely help motivate you to make more content and also to bring on more content creators to the space so we can continue to serve an underserved market. And as always, brother Andre and brother Dr. D always coming with the real. So appreciate doing this once again and can't wait for the next one.
All right. So guys, also, I've been getting, let me just say this real quick. Shout out to the brothers for the struggle wood, right? Let me just do this because y'all, brother Andre, you know, I had my acting debut over here in
that was funny.
What'd you say?
That was hilarious.
Thank you, brother. I was getting my struggle wood on, man. So guys, I want to thank you. And it's another way to reach niggas. So I know how to reach you niggas now. I you know, it's through these ghetto ass skits. So I want to thank all the people that, you know, watched the video, supported us. We did that right here in Bukoto. I don't have that much longer left here because they're going to open up the country soon, so I have to leave. But it just gave me something to work with. It was the first one that we ever did. The other guy, Kim, came up with the major idea. But I came up with the spraying of the sanitizer on them and the mask and the stumping of the feet and them beat up ass shoes. So it was fun, right? I didn't know so many folks would enjoy it. So now that I know some people will enjoy it, it's something I'm going to do. And tomorrow, all this week, I am filming the struggle wood. So I know that you guys like that. So again, I try to do entertainment for the brothers. I know you guys like this sort of content. I'm glad that you brothers, I think it was the first manosphere skit ever. It's definitely the first manosphere skit ever in the black manosphere about this. So at this level. So I do thank you guys, Chiyumba. So we're gonna do it again. Y'all don't have to give me any money for no skits or nothing like that. But you know, we're gonna basically do it again tomorrow. It will be even funnier than this one, and we're gonna keep it up. And guys, it just, I like serving this community. I like creating this stuff for this community. And I think you brothers deserve it. So you know, I could have took my nigga shit somewhere else. So just so you niggas don't know, I'm staying over here because I like you niggas. I could go somewhere else with this shit. Now I'm gonna let you niggas know I'm actually pretty motherfucking talented. I want you niggas to know this. Because if you niggas don't fucking sleep, don't fuck with me. I could take my shit somewhere else now, nigga. Don't want you niggas to understand that. I'm over here because I want to be, not because I need to be. So you niggas better appreciate a nigga. So nigga, don't play.
Facts.
So you niggas better get it motherfucking straight. I'll fuck around, be over there in Nollywood, nigga. I'll be over here with the Beckys, selling it out, cooning. So all right, but guys, appreciate you. Shout out to my wife. I got to get up out of here. Thank you guys again. Great stream. Hope you guys will have another one. We'll probably use one of Dr. D's topics tomorrow. Appreciate all you brothers. Much love. Thank you guys for keeping us. Any last words, Dr. Brother Dre?
I'm good.
All good to go. Thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.